I'm a little worried about the Colts,
Okay.
Connor. I just losing 2 starting offensive linemen to a group that wasn't that great to begin with.
Yep.
You're sort of hanging on to Braden Smith, which like he's still a good player, but kind of where they're at with him contractually, the fact that they felt the need to do that, I think says something too. Um, and here's the thing are you now relying on Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson to carry the team on offense? Because I don't know. Like looking at it, it's like, okay, like we're Jonathan Taylor in the run game with a couple offensive linemen going out the door. You're not outstanding at receiver. You're functional at receiver. You're okay, with Pittman and Pierce and those guys and Downs. But are you great? No. And are you going to win games on defense? I don't know. I mean, I like the acquisition. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Travarius Ward's a really good corner. I think it was a good move to go and get him. And Cam Bynum's a really good player too. I'm just like, I don't see the needle moving there for a group that really I think needs to try to move the needle this year.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot on Chris Ballard, who's kind of, I mean, I love Chris. I think he's done a good job.
Yeah.
I think a lot of his progress is misunderstood in Indy, but I mean,
And
now you're really going to have to pull a rabbit out of a hat this offseason.
Can I say this too? Like I think part of this is like what happens when you're under a mandate to take a quarterback.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like let's call it what it is. The owner got sick of like the revolving door post Andrew Luck, which went from, let's not forget anybody, Jacoby Brissett to Phillip Rivers to Carson Wentz to, who am I missing here? So it was in 19, right? In 19, it was Brissett. In 20, I think it was Rivers. In 21, it was Wentz. And in 22, it was
Matt Ryan.
There's the one I forgot.
Boy, what was it? Sporkle? What a sporkle that would be.
Yeah.
Colts quarterbacks.
So the owner, I understand why the owner got sick of it, but then you put the guys in a mandate. The guys are under a mandate to take a quarterback. It's like, okay, this is our year. We're going to take a quarterback. And then you don't trade up. So the Panthers trade up and get Bryce Young. CJ Stroud goes second overall. And I think part of it was like, okay, like we're going to make it work with Anthony Richardson. And you had the right coach to do it, Shane Steichen, but sometimes it's just not there. And every indication we've gotten over the last year or so has been that they don't think that they have the answer at quarterback right now. And I think that mandate to go get the quarterback has affected so many different things there in the way that they're doing business. I don't know how you reel all this back in. And I think what's happened the last couple of days is kind of a reflection of it.
By the way, the reports are out after Albert gave us the Daniel Jones news live on the podcast that this is a, quote, open competition with Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. So, again, I mean, that division is winnable, and I still think the Colts could win that division with even adequate quarterback play, which is insane. But this is probably their last year to do it. I think the Texans will eventually find their groove, and I think some of these other teams in the division, will, Jacksonville, like they'll eventually figure it out. And then once they do, I think that window's closed.